Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we're going over Abbew's video on how to stop cravings. 6 steps. Well, my job here, guys, is help you guys sift through the nonsense and just giving you actual scientific backed answers, not opinions. But let's just get into the video and I'll translate some things because there's a lot of things in the video that are not true.
Craving. When you crave, usually means your insulin level is higher than your blood sugar level. So your body is asking you for more sugar.
Okay, first of all, number one, our body's only job is to survive. So our body's job is to do that by consistently making sure that we're leveling out energy because our body needs energy. Anytime you move, think, breathe, walk, dance, jump, anything that you do, eat food, poop food, doesn't matter, you're using energy. And every time energy leaves your body, and when energy is getting low, your body's job is to get it back up to regular energy so it can do all the things I just said and more. There's a hormone we all have. It's the hormone called ghrelin and the hormone called leptin. That hormone basically tells you, go get food, energy's getting low. So back in the day, you're running, you catch your food, and you get it, and you cook and you eat it, and you're getting full, and then your body's like leptin, and then your body's like, oh, right? You start getting full, and your body sends off the signal and says, stop eating, and you stop eating. The only difference now is that instead of going on the hunt for the food, we just gotta walk downstairs to the fridge, and it's right there. And depending on how you've trained your body to eat, are the things you're going to crave. No, your body's not battling insulin and blood sugar all day long. People who have diabetes have to go through that. If you're healthy or you don't have diabetes, you don't have to worry about your insulin and blood sugar levels all day long. But someone like him will say something like this. Generally, he's trying to help. He just doesn't really know what he's saying. Let's move on.
Cut out all sugar. There is a lot of misconceptions about sugar, and we're told, oh no, you can cut out sugar, but you can still have a piece of fruit. So you get people trying to lose weight and eating mangoes and eating bananas and eating all these apples. If you're trying to lose body fat, I want you to just cut all that sugar out, especially cane sugar, especially table sugar, and all the sugary products.
Eating cane sugar and eating a mango is not the same. You can have fruit in a deficit. Again, it's not what you eat for you to lose weight. It's how much you eat. And yes, how much you eat will determine on what kind of food you're eating. But the kind of food you're eating isn't gonna stop you from losing weight. It's making sure you're eating less food and doing more exercise is gonna help you lose fat, aka lose weight. Ready for maximum gains and sustainable results? Well, get your copy of the Ultimate Push-Pull Legs ebook and the final diet right now in the link in the description below.
Remove all the carbs for now. All carbohydrates are glucose molecules. Sometimes I wear a glucose monitor. The food that raises my blood sugar the quickest is always white rice.
That is for him. Listen, me and Abbew have a lot in common. We both abuse steroids, we both use insulin, we both use growth hormone, and we both look very good for our age. The difference between myself and Eddie is, I don't care if you're vegan, vegetarian, carnivore, I don't care what you do. I don't care what diet you choose. There's a diet that you can stick to that matters the most, and if you can get all of your proper macronutrients and micronutrients in your food on a daily basis while doing exercise and cardio and being mobile and sleeping and hydrating, you're good. That's what I say. But if you hear somebody ever say one size this fits all, or they're scaring you or using fear tactics for you not to do a certain thing, it's a red flag. You can't say to somebody, hey man, I have to check my glucose and my insulin is affected by these foods because of the foods. Or maybe it's the years of insulin abuse. People who are diabetic need insulin. Bodybuilders don't need insulin. Bodybuilders are completely healthy. It's that some bodybuilders, and myself at one point, think that using insulin as a healthy man is going to give me an absolutely amazing anabolic hormone and I'm going to increase my muscle mass. So some bodybuilders abuse insulin medication to put on muscle. Abbew did such thing. The side effect for abusing it, if you're unlucky, is being insulin sensitive. To say, guys, don't eat fruit, don't eat this. Maybe it's not the fruit that you're eating. And the overall message is good. Like, eat good, whole, healthy foods. I can understand. But to say you can't have fruit or telling you that every time that something happens is because your insulin's off, that's why you have to not eat certain things, it's false.
Potatoes do the same thing. Bread is even worse. but you're going to be aware of it, because I think we're told that some carbs are complex carbs, some are simple carbs. You've got monosaccharides and disaccharides and polysaccharides. That's true. The difference between the speed at which sugar enters your bloodstream and, let's say, white rice, it's only a few seconds, sometimes a couple of minutes. They are basically the same, so you're going to be very careful.
Because some carbs get into the bloodstream faster is because some carbs are your single chain carbs, meaning like they're simple sugar, meaning like it's just like one molecule. So a one chain sugar would be like rice. You know, it's more so of rice and there's like a little starch, a little bit, right? So like most carbs are going to start with one chain of sugar, and then they're gonna have 2 chains or 3 chains, meaning the more molecules it has, the harder it is to break down and use as energy right away. So like, if I'm low on energy and I'm riding the Tour de France and I need some energy, I'm not gonna eat a stick of butter. I need some sugar now for energy, because your body's preferred source is glucose. It takes all of the carbs you eat and turns it into glucose. It then put some of that glucose into the muscle, and that's called glycogen. And then if you're eating too much, then the extra glycogen is put into fat stores. That's what it does with carbs if you eat too much. But if you're in a deficit, it doesn't fill those things up. Either way, you can still eat carbs and lose weight.
Reduce your meal frequency. I came from the school. I was a bodybuilder. I used to train bodybuilders. I did thousands of bodybuilders over the years. And at that time, we give people 6 meals a day. That's fine.
First of all, if I want to keep my hunger at bay and, you know, keep me satiated a little more, I'm probably going to want to eat my meals throughout the day. It's a preference thing, to be honest. When it comes to like how many meals should you eat regardless, 3 meals to 5 meals with protein in all those meals. But like when it comes to cravings, it honestly just depends on the person. For me, most of the times, if I want to keep cravings, I'm going to spread out my calories during a deficit. Right now, I eat mostly protein fat with a minimal carbs. My carbs are usually fruits or vegetables in the morning. And then at nighttime, when I eat the rest of my meals, it's a lot of carbs. There's protein, carbs, and fats. It's a preference thing. Whatever works best for you to keep your cravings down. It's not like, again, don't do this. That's his opinion.
Stop eating ultra-processed foods. When I say ultra-processed foods, I also mean the low-fat products that we got in our shop. To make something low-fat, they actually destroy the food. They actually either take something from it or they add something to it.
Okay, look. What he's trying to preach makes sense. If you could eat all of your food from the ground, from the tree, from an animal, from the sea, and cook all of it, right? You make your own bread, you make your own cereals, you make your own everything. If you could do that, that is the best option. That is the best option in the world. But unfortunately, some people can't, and your body's adapted to be able to eat certain things and still go. So regardless, when you're in a deficit, sometimes you might want to have some low-calorie foods to help you through the diet. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't kill all the food or make it bad. It's like you're eating something and then all of a sudden your body's not using it. If that was the case, unbelievable. Just eat a bunch of processed foods and your body's not going to use it because it's not real. It's all dead food. No. It just might be less in nutrients, but your body doesn't say, oh, I ate this processed thing. It's like processed food gets to the club and it's like, hey, who's on the list? Is there someone on there for processed +4? Processed, sorry, not allowed in this club. And this club is the body. That's not how it works.
And that also raises your blood sugar because most of them have been destroyed, especially the low-fat foods. They raise your blood sugar and straight away the insulin level goes up. And then straight away your body starts asking you for more, and that's why you're craving.
No, your body is craving when it puts in more energy and it wants you to replace the energy. And depending on how you've trained your body to eat, it's going to crave the things that you eat. Craving is the emotional action of the hormone ghrelin. I need to eat food. You consciously, I'm craving this because that's what you're probably eating on a day-to-day basis, or it's always in the midst.
Number 5, increase your healthy fats. You're going to replace your carbs with the healthy fats. Fats have been demonized for a long time. When I say fats, I mean avocados, I mean olives, I mean nuts. Cheese is good. Bacon is even good. Animal fat. When I buy meat, if I buy beef mince, I buy 20% fat. When I'm buying steak, I buy something like ribeye, a bit more fat. Because your body's preferred energy source, contrary to what we've been told for years, it's actually fat.
Who said that though? Like, he can't just say that and not have like a study pop up and be like, yo, when you're in a deficit, if you want to reduce cravings or you want to have more energy last longer and your body want to delay it saying I need to eat because it's staying full and satiated, yes, 100%. Protein and fat. And when it comes to it, your body's preferred source of energy is glucose. When the body doesn't have enough glucose, it does this process of ketosis. It goes into our fat stores and uses fat as our main source of energy, which turns into ketones. And that's where you get the ketogenic diet. But your body's preferred source of energy is glucose. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not bringing in too much and doing too little. And that's how you get fat. How you lose weight is by eating less and doing more. It's not the types of food, it's the amounts.
When you eat healthy fats, you find that you will have no cravings whatsoever. Because when you eat fats, it takes your body a long time to break it down and release the insulin. Number 6, increase your protein intake. When I say protein, I mean animal protein. That's the best. Eggs or animal protein. Please stay away from all these products that are made in shops that are written protein on them. Most of them, in fact, all of them, I'll go as far as to say, are not food.
They're not food. That's how it works. If you can get all of your food from good natural sources, including vegetables as well too. My man just left out the vegans and the vegetarians. You can't get my protein. I can only get it from meats, eggs, and beef. He just doesn't know what he's talking about. He has a good idea. His message makes sense. And when it comes down to it, yeah, for sure, he's trying to make people be more health conscious. I understand. But you could say some dangerous shit, like he's saying, and get people more lost than they were in the first place. If you're trying to keep your cravings at bay, number 1, eat as many meals as you can to help with those. Whether it's like dividing it up in 3 or like maybe 5 or 6, whatever you do, just make sure you have protein in those meals. Increase 100% your fats. 30% of your caloric intake should be from fats. 1 to 1 gram of protein per body weight, and then eat a good amount of fiber. You burn 7 calories per every 1 gram of fiber, and all the great things that come with fiber too. And then drink water. Stay hydrated. That's gonna keep you satiated. It's gonna keep your cravings down. Do those things. Don't just start cutting things out. It's not a one size fits all. It's a journey for each and every one of us to figure out how we could stay on a diet that we need for ourselves. Just make sure you're doing it in an optimal and a healthy way. You can eat fruit, you can eat vegetables, you can eat potatoes and rice. Some people might be celiac, don't have those. Some people might be gluten sensitive. It's fine. Then adjust it for you. But that's the thing. It's what works for you and being healthy doing it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know, come on the Telegram, it's transparent, vulnerable truth. If you're coaching, JONNI.com. If you want to know more about my coaching, guys, book yourself a 1-hour video consult with myself. We talk about training, nutrition, supplementation, or even mental health. And then the consult, I deduct $100 off any package that you pick. Also, guys, hit the description below for those discount codes and promo codes that will save your life or change your life for the better. My free 4 or 5-day training splits, my push-pull leg training ebook 2.0, the final diet, and much more. And also, guys, join my Discord community, dying community, and if you want all the things I said for free and all the new things that are coming out, along with weekly Ask Me Anything video sessions with my school group, join my school community. Only $25 a month, and you get all those things for free and so much more for $25 a month on my school community, the Iron Community on School. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys add me on Instagram and TikTok. Send me your progress pics, your training pics, and your video clips. I repost it for you because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive over your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.